Thought I'd post a little progress video on how my Alfa V6 rebuild is going. Right now I have the heads completely bare. They're definitely a lot cleaner than they were before. They're still not 100% clean yet, I wouldn't say. All the valve train, the rocker shafts, the rockers themselves, push rods, all the valve train hardware itself, all being removed and cleaned. They're inside my car right now. The valve guides have been removed. There's a couple nifty ways you can do that. The way I used to get those out was threading it, basically drilling and tapping a bolt into them and slamming them out from the other side. Worked a treat. So heads were nice and clean. So the next logical step to go was cleaning the rest of the junk, the internals of the engine. So got that all nice and cleaned, inside and outside, of course. Got connecting rods all nice and clean, pistons nice and clean, ready to go back in. Basically, look like they're brand new. Rocker shafts clean. Make sure you clean those on the inside because mine, there is a lot of grunge in there that you definitely don't want going through your new engine. Pins and clips, and all of the valve train hardware that I've taken out of the heads are all here. All the plugs, even cam caps, springs, rockers, everything, and they're all in there, nice and clean. Most of that cleaning was actually all done by oven cleaner. It's actually an amazing cleaner and removes that grunge really, really easily with minimal work. Got the oil pump all completely basically done. I took it apart, cleaned everything absolutely the best I could, checked all the clearances, and then sanded down the housings a bit to get rid of the shaft end play, so that was all nice and tight again. Took the relief valve out, all that hardware out, cleaned it best I possibly could, and then with a little bit of lapping compound, lapped the relief piston into the bore of that, so that that can't be a source of pressure loss. Slammed it all back together with a little bit of anaerobic sealant on the housings, and basically now we have an oil pump ready to go back in. Got the crankcase and the bottom half of it all cleaned out. They're pretty nasty inside. Obviously, oil pans get like that. Again, oven cleaner followed by toilet bowl cleaner, and the toilet bowl cleaner gets the aluminum nice and white again. And then threw them in the dishwasher just for good measure. That got all nice and clean, so that's ready to go back in. Having all that cleaned, next logical step: runners. The stock runner width, or inner diameter, I should say, 34.5 millimeters. The ideal size, and actually the size that's on the 164S engine actually is 38.5 millimeters, or 30. Basically over 38, you're good. And so enlarging those was a painfully boring, let's just say, task that took at least a couple of days of solid grinding to get them to over 38 millimeters. So the stock size 34.5, they are now 30. They're over 38 everywhere, but mostly they're around 39. You're going to need, if you want to do that, you're going to need a really aggressive burr to get the majority of the crap out, and then you're going to need to follow up some flap wheels, and then to get your final finish, which doesn't have to be that perfect, maybe a ball hone, and I used 1.5 inch, I think 80 grit ball hone. Which took a long time to get the finish nice as well. After I've done that, obviously these little plastic or fiber spacers have to be resized as well accordingly, which leads you then onto scribing those marks onto your heads for porting. I photocopied the pages from my book so that I don't get my fingerprints all over my nice book, and I've now completed the intake side. According to the specs in the book, they're finished to about 120 grit right now. So for the intake side, it should be good enough. You can see the ports are much bigger than the stock heads. If you've ever seen the stock heads, the valve bowls are a lot bigger compared to the stock. Exhausts I haven't touched yet, so those are next. Those will be started basically right now. The intakes took, if I was to say, probably about 12 hours-ish. I'm sure somebody can do them quicker that's experienced, but I'm not into speeding that kind of stuff up and ruining things. So yeah, things are coming along. Haven't touched the bottom end yet, but that because it's been cold, and who wants to go outside and wash dirty things when it's snowing? So yeah, we're gonna get the porting done, and then I can have 2 finished heads that I can slap on my bottom end when that's complete.